Got an exercise I want to show you today with the bands. A lot of people do floor hip extensions, and they're really good for glute activation, either as a warm-up or an exercise. However, people eventually get to the point where they need to do resisted hip extensions to keep the progress going. One of the best things that you can do is do hip extensions with a band. Now what we've got here is we have a power rack that's set up for band use. So I've got one end of the band looped around the peg over there and one looped around the peg over here. If you don't have a power rack that's set up for this, all you would use is 2 heavy dumbbells on each side and just put the band around the handles. And then he's going to have the band right at about the hip level. So what I'm going to have him do is he's going to raise up his toes, and then from here he's just going to go ahead and do a regular hip extension. Go. Up and back. Now what we're using here is we're still using a fairly light band. We're just trying to introduce the movement. But obviously if you were to use some of the bigger power bands, this could get really intense. And what this does is it isolates the glutes in people that need more glute development. So what we want to do is we want to isolate and integrate. So if you look at people who have trouble activating the glutes either on the kettlebell swing or the deadlift or the squat or something like that, this is a really good assistance exercise to give them. Good, and relax. Now the advantages over the barbell glute hip extension are quite a few. First of all, this is a lot easier to get into. People have trouble getting into the barbell glute hip extension because the plates are only so high. So then you have to kind of slide under the barbell or either pull the barbell up onto your hips. Also, the barbell is metal and it fits across the front of the hips, and that tends to be quite painful. And even if you use the barbell pad, for a lot of people that simply isn't wide enough, so you can wind up with metal right on your hips where there isn't a lot of padding, and that can be very painful. So I would highly recommend using the bands instead of the barbell for this kind of movement. All right.